Perhaps you could tell us a little bit about yourself and Fast Future.
Yeah, I'm a futurist. So ever since I was a child, I was always fascinated by what was changing in the world and was captivated by the moon landings. And there was a program in the UK called Tomorrow's World that talks about a lot of science and technology that might be coming in the future. And I was always fascinated by not only the developments that were being talked about, but what would that mean? Would my life change? Coming from a relatively poor background in the UK, how would my life change? How would my world be? And as I grew up, I was always interested in that same space. And I did electronics computer science at university. So I guess having got excited about the future as a kid, I then went into artificial intelligence after university and then into consultancy and got really curious about why companies were doing what they were doing. Sometimes they had a really powerful view of the future. Quite often that was simply based on hoping that the future would be like the present or the past. But I found a few companies that were actually really using some interesting ways of exploring the future, like Shell with their scenarios. That got me intrigued.
Right.
I started to research it and discovered there was this profession called Futurist, where you were paid to think about the future and what might happen next. You're basically paid to imagine and to dream. I could think of no better job, and so I thought, I'm going to be one of those. So I've done lots of different forms of training, created methods and tools, and I spend my life now talking about the future, whether it's on a stage or at the moment via video, helping companies and governments think about what might shape the future and then what are the possible scenarios that play out. So right now, I spend my entire time talking about scenarios to different industries and how do they prepare not only for the most optimistic ones, which is what we all like to do, but right now, how do we prepare for those kind of worst case scenarios? And as a company, that's what we do. We speak, we do a lot of executive education, we do customized research studies, public research studies, and we publish books about the future. And we have the book coming out on June the 1st called Aftershocks and Opportunities, Scenarios for a Post-Pandemic Future.